Hi everybody, Patty Ann here. Hang on just a sec. Today we're going to talk about another one of the Cricut Design Space basics. This one is the contour tool, which I absolutely love, and it's a lot of fun to use and very helpful. So, notice what it says up here. The definition is, the contour tool allows you to hide a part of an image by removing cut lines. Now, if you're anything like me, maybe you want to jot that down for a little while and try to keep it with you. I'm not good at keeping my notes with me. I usually lay them here or there or lose them, but even the act of writing down a definition sometimes helps you to remember. So the contour tool allows you to hide a part of an image by removing cut lines. So it doesn't get rid of the image or parts of the image, it just hides them. So let's start with an easy one right here, this little bird. When I click on him and we look over here in the layers panel, notice it's just one layer. Now, in order to be able to use the contour tool, you can only have one layer of the object visible or available or there. And I'll show you what I mean about visible in a little while. But right now this image only has one layer, so if we look down here, the contour function is available. What about this? Now, I've used this before on some images. What I did was I duplicated it and put them right up beside each other. And then I welded them. But now look at this. This, if you look over here, it's 1, 2, 3 layers that are visible. That's odd. I wonder why there are 3. Let's hide one and see what happens. Okay, there must be an outer one, like a white color. Let's hide this one. Okay, that's the tan that's beneath it. So let's imagine that what we want to do is we want to get rid of these dots because we don't like them. Do you think that now we can get rid of those dots by contouring it? Let's look over the layers panel. This is the name of the item. How many layers are visible? Only one. These are hidden. So since only one layer is visible, we can contour. And I said I wanted to get rid of these little dots. So I can click on them up here in the image or over here. To me, it's easier on the image. And then hit the X. I can either hit this X or I can just click outside of the box. Perfect. So I was able to do that. And now if I want to, I could bring those layers back in. And that one's done. All right, what do we got coming up next? Oh, a little squirrel. Or is that a fox? All right, let's imagine I don't want this cut out of him. I just want him a solid little piece. I'm going to cut him out of some kind of printed vinyl. So I can come down to the contour button and I can easily get rid of this stuff in here. Contour it out. I don't want those to be cut. And I'll hit the X. There it is, perfect. So remember what it says. The contour tool allows you to hide a part of an image by removing cut lines. So we removed all kinds of cut lines. We hid them. We hid a part of the image by removing those cut lines, but we can put those cut lines right back in by going back to contour, and I can see where they are when I hover over him, or I can look over in the layers panel, this panel right here, and I can put these things back in. I think that's all of them. Let's see. Yep, there he is. All right. Okay, a word. Now I was kind of liking this word and I thought, you know, what if I really just wanted the word kiss? How could I do that? Let's go to the contour button and see what happens. Okay, if I try to contour out this S, let's look what happens. Okay, whoa, it gets rid of a lot of it, right? I'm going to undo that. So in this case, what I would need to do is to use the slice tool. And if you don't remember how to do the slice tool, you'll have to go back and find that in a previous Cricut Design Basics tutorial. But basically what I would do is I would slice off the E and the S, or maybe this S and this S and this S. And then I would bring this one back in because it has that nice ending. I'm not going to show that today though, because that's part of the slice video, and this one's just about contour. So you'll notice we cannot contour anything out, and the reason being is it is one layer, but these are all connected. And once I try to, one cut line, right? Welded together, one cut line. Can't ungroup anything. And once I click on one of these, it gets rid of everything that's within that cut line. That one won't work. All right, the bunny is very similar to the last one we just did. Let's just say we like this in him, but we don't like this at all. So what can we do? He's one layer. Go to the contour and just contour out that stuff. Gone. Just like that. Don't want this in there? Contour it out. These two. And there he is. Okay. All right, now we're to a box. Let's say I like this box, but I don't want this thing cut out here. Notice when we come over to the box, it's more than one layer. There's a score layer that I'm going to hide. There's this cut layer back here that I'm going to hide. So now I'm left with the box top, and this is what I need, or the regular part of the box, and this is what I need to contour out. So if I click, notice when I haven't clicked on it, and somebody might come down here and think, well, the contour button's not available. You make sure something's highlighted first, and then come over here. And what I would do, since there's so many little pieces here, I would say to hide all contours, and then I'd say to bring this outer part back. And there it is. There's the box with nothing cut out. Exit out. Okay, let's say we want to use this. How many layers? 2. This one's going to be a little different, I can tell. Let's get rid of the black layer. See this one? This one's not going to work. If I get rid of the yellow layer, aha, I can contour, or I can get rid of or contour out the bat right now. But the problem is, the way this file was made, there's still a place for the bat back here in the circle. So I would have to make a circle and use the slice function again. So again, this one can't totally be contoured out and fixed. So that would have to be sliced also. I'm going to get rid of that one. All right, let's pretend like we want these 3 dots right here. And we want them to go sideways. I'm going to hold my shift key down and turn them. And I only want them, I don't want these little flourishes. And I want one of these on this side, one on the other. So let's look over here in the layers panel. It's 2 layers, I can hide one. And let's imagine that I don't want 3 dots. I only want these 2 outer ones. Now you'd think that maybe I could go to ungroup because I see it's available up here. Ungroup it and get rid of one of these pink ones, but they're still hooked together. And there's no more ungrouping that can be done. But contour is available because there's just one layer that's visible. Contour, get rid of him. Do this. And then I would come up to duplicate. And then I would come over here to flip horizontal, because I want to make 2 that look the same, just kind of mirror images of each other. And then I could put somebody's name in here or some kind of an image. Maybe I want to put something like this in there. And that's all there is to that. So let's get rid of that one. So again, to refresh our memories, the contour tool allows you to hide a part of an image by removing cut lines. And look at this little thing. How many layers? 1. So we can contour things out of this. So suppose I don't even want any of this outer stuff. You know what? I can't do that. Look carefully. Do you see how this line here is all connected to everything? I think if I try to contour one thing out of here, it's going to try to contour everything out, and of course it won't leave a blank image. So let me try. If I try to contour this out. Okay, that didn't work the way I expected. Let me go back and look again. Let me click on this and go to contour. So I see now when I look at this more carefully, I can see that I can contour out this thing because it's not all totally connected. But I want to see what happens when I do that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's undo it. And let's do one more thing. Let's try to contour out these middle things. And see. Okay, that's kind of ugly. Go back to contour and put those back in. Now I don't think I can do these antennas because they're connected to that. Let's look and see what happens. I left one in so we could tell the difference. Well, anyway, this is just one that you could play with a lot. Let's X that out. Is this okay? Another flourish, 2 layers. So this one doesn't actually need to be contoured right now. If I want to get rid of the flower at the top of here, all I have to do is hide it over here in the layers panel. But that still leaves this part of the flower that I don't want. And so if I click on it, you'll see that here's the flower flourish. There are 2 layers, but only one is visible. So now I can use the contour button and I can contour that piece right out of there because I don't want it. And there you go. Okay. Another flower. Let's imagine that I only want this flower part. I don't want the stem and the leaves. 1 layer, contour is available. And I don't want the stem or these leaves. Okay. Okay, I messed up. So let's go back and contour this again. I accidentally clicked on that. Now I'm afraid when I click on the outer part, this is all going to get rid of a lot more than I want to. No, hey, that's really cute. I like that. And again, it's just playing with things to see what you can come up with. This looks totally different than the image that we started with. And this could be fun to use for something else. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Another flourish. This one's easy. You can't ungroup it. I want to write a name in between these. So what I would do in this case is I would duplicate. And then what do you think I would do next? Click on one of these, contour it. I'm going to contour out all the stuff on the right. I'm going to make it so it doesn't cut at all. I don't want this one to cut out at all. I think it's gone. There you go. So now all I need to do, I actually didn't need to duplicate it because what I could have done then was just duplicated this and then come up here to flip horizontal. And so now it's just like this one, except for that I can move them apart if I want to put an image or a heart or a name or something in between them. So I hope you're going to start practicing after this. Again, the rules are you can only have one layer or one layer visible for the contour button to work, and the contour tool allows you to hide a part of an image by removing cut lines. Okay, here's another one, same thing. I can't ungroup them or bring them apart. I can contour one out, totally click, gone. Then I can duplicate this one, and then I want to come up here to flip horizontal. Then I have two of them, and I can put something in between. So you see how you can really use the images in Design Space and have a lot of fun. Okay, that one. Let's say I only want this thing down here. Again, there's only one layer. I can contour and get rid of these three things. And there you go. What is this? It's so tiny I can't even tell. Oh, it's just another flourish. Same thing we've been doing. So you tell me what to do. Yep, click on it. Contour out one of them. Click off or click the X. Come up here to duplicate. And then come up here to flip. Horizontal. Oh, yeah, that's right. And then I can put something in between here. Okay, the last one's kind of fancy. I mean, it's really pretty. Again, I could come down to contour because it's only one layer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this one. And then I'm going to use this one and come down here to the contour button. Because there are so many little parts to this one, it does take a long time for it to repopulate all of the cuts. So we'll have to wait here for a few seconds, which gives me time for my coffee. All these little parts that are being drawn in are things that I can contour out. It's ready to go now, so I'm just going to try contouring out one more thing, and I'm not sure yet what to contour out. This one's not easy to do because my computer is really squawking and balking. See, it takes a while for it to get repopulated every time. I'm just going to click out this outer border out here. Okay, as I said, there are so many cuts on this, it's kind of taken my machine a long time because my machine is doing several things at once. It's recording this video, the audio, and so it's having a hard time. So I'm just going to cancel it here or exit out and see what's happened, if anything. But this is just a sample, an example on how to use the contour function. So again, you would just get a shape, make sure that the shape that you're working on, when you click on it, has only one layer over here. If there is more than one layer, you need to hide one of the layers so that you're only working with one layer. So I guess that's it. I hope this has helped you. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please give me a thumbs up and comments on both our Facebook group and our YouTube channel, because I really like having those comments and questions and that kind of thing. It just kind of, makes our community grow and helps us to just help each other. So again, thank you for joining me. See you again soon. Bye-bye.